Most people think you need to be a Wall Street genius with dozens of stocks to build a real passive income portfolio. They're wrong. What if you only needed two? The right two ETFs can build your wealth automatically, but choosing the wrong two can be a costly mistake. So, is it really possible to build a powerful, income-generating machine with just two ETFs? Absolutely. It's a strategic decision to cut costs, reduce complexity, and avoid the biggest investing mistakes. In this video, I'm not going to give you one magic pair because the perfect portfolio is different for everyone. Instead, I've spent hours researching and breaking down 4 distinct 2 ETF strategies. We'll go through the pros, the cons, and I'll reveal exactly who each strategy is for, so you can pick the right one for your financial future. What if you could own a piece of almost every public company and bond in the entire world with just 2 purchases? For the investor who wants to build wealth without the headache of managing it, this first strategy is the definition of simplicity. This strategy is about ultimate diversification. It combines 2 powerhouse funds. The first is VT, the Vanguard Total World Stock ETF. With this single fund, you own over 9,900 stocks from the United States, Europe, and emerging markets. It's like owning a slice of the entire global economy. The second is BNDW, the Vanguard Total World Bond ETF. This gives you exposure to over 17,000 investment-grade government and corporate bonds from across the globe. The idea here, made famous by investing legend John Bogle, is to simply accept the market's return. It's a philosophy of humility. You're not trying to outsmart anyone or pick the next hot stock. You are simply betting on global economic growth over the long term and removing your own emotions from the equation, which is where most investors fail. This isn't just an investment strategy, it's a commitment to discipline. By owning the entire market, you remove the temptation to chase hot sectors or panic sell during inevitable downturns. It's a portfolio built to withstand decades of market noise. The combination of stocks and bonds provides a cushion. When stocks are volatile, high-quality bonds often act as a stabilizer, smoothing out your returns. This portfolio automatically rebalances itself based on market weights, meaning you automatically own more of the winning companies and less of the losers without ever making a trade. It's a true set-it-and-forget-it solution. The reward: unmatched simplicity and diversification. You are protected against a single company or country collapsing. This is the simplest way to build a globally diversified portfolio and avoid behavioral mistakes. The risk: you give up all control. The stock part of the portfolio is about 60% United States stocks, and you can't change that. And while bonds are safer, they aren't risk-free. BNDW's main vulnerability is interest rate risk. Think of it like a seesaw. When prevailing interest rates go up, the value of existing lower-rate bonds goes down. Its average duration is over 6 years, meaning if interest rates rise by 1%, the fund's price is expected to fall by about 6%. We saw this happen in 2022. The biggest drawback, however, is a hidden one: tax inefficiency. Because VT holds less than 50% in foreign stocks, you can't claim the foreign tax credit in a taxable account, creating a small but permanent drag on your returns. Ideal investor. This is perfect for a hands-off investor in their accumulation phase, especially inside a tax-advantaged retirement account like an IRA or 401k, where the tax issue doesn't matter. That set-it-and-forget-it strategy is great, but its hidden tax flaw could cost you thousands over your lifetime. This next strategy fixes that and gives you more control, but it introduces a risk that has nothing to do with the stock market. This strategy still gives you the whole world stock market, but it unbundles it into 2 separate pieces. First is VTI, the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, which gives you ownership in over 3,500 United States companies. Second is VXUS, the Vanguard Total International Stock ETF, which holds over 8,500 stocks from every country except the United States. Why do this? 2 huge reasons. First, it solves the tax problem. By holding international stocks in their own fund, you can now claim the foreign tax credit, boosting your after-tax returns every single year in a taxable account. Second, it allows for tax loss harvesting. Let's make that concrete. Imagine your VTI position is up $5,000, but your VXUS position is down $3,000. You could sell VXUS, harvesting that $3,000 loss. That loss can then be used to cancel out $3,000 of your VTI gain, meaning you'd only owe capital gains tax on $2,000 of profit. This is a powerful tool for improving your real after-tax returns year after year. It also helps you fight recency bias. For the last decade, United States stocks have crushed international ones, leading many to abandon global diversification. But history shows that leadership runs in cycles. For example, during the lost decade from 2000 to 2009, the S&P 500 had a negative total return, while international stocks provided positive returns. Similarly, in the 1980s, Japanese stocks were the world leaders. Right now, international stocks appear to be valued more attractively, with a lower price-to-earnings ratio of around 16 compared to over 26 for the United States market, potentially setting them up for future growth. This strategy allows you to maintain that global exposure, waiting for the cycle to turn. The reward: superior tax efficiency and direct control over your geographic allocation, allowing for strategic adjustments. The risk: the risk is you. Having control means you can be tempted to performance chase, piling into United States stocks after a good year and selling international stocks at the worst time. It requires the discipline to set an allocation, like 60-40, and stick with it through periodic rebalancing, even when it feels wrong. Ideal investor: this is for the engaged, tax-conscious investor with a long time horizon, especially someone investing heavily in a regular brokerage account where tax savings are critical. We've covered global diversification, but what if you're a die-hard believer that the United States is the only place to invest? My next two strategies are 100% American, but they take completely different paths to building wealth. Managing your portfolio shouldn't be guesswork, but most brokers hide the full picture. They don't include dividends, they don't factor in currency changes, and they definitely don't make tax time easy. That's where ShareSite changes the game. It shows your true performance, tracks every dividend, gives you clear diversification reports, and makes tax reporting painless. And with my exclusive link in the description, you'll get 4 months free when you sign up for the annual plan. Start investing smarter today with ShareSite. Forget the rest of the world. This next strategy ignores global diversification to make a concentrated bet on the two engines of the American economy: explosive innovation and rock-solid dividend-paying value. This is called a barbell strategy because you're buying two extremes while ignoring the middle of the market. On one side of the barbell, you have SCHG, the Schwab United States Large Cap Growth ETF. This fund is all about speed. It's heavily concentrated in about 230 of the fastest growing companies in America, with nearly 50% of the fund in information technology. Think of SCHG holding companies like NVIDIA and Meta, which reinvest heavily for future growth. On the other side, you have SCHD, the Schwab United States Dividend Equity ETF. This fund is the polar opposite. It holds about 100 of the most durable, high-quality dividend-paying companies like Coca-Cola or Home Depot, known for their steady profits and shareholder payouts. These aren't just any dividend stocks. They have to pass a rigorous screening for fundamental strength. They must have a 10-year history of paying dividends and are then ranked on metrics like cash flow to debt, return on equity, and dividend growth rate. Its top sectors are things like energy and healthcare, almost a mirror image of SCHG. The philosophy here is that by combining the raw growth of SCHG with the stable, compounding income of SCHD, you can generate returns that beat the broader market over time. This is a pure play on factor investing. Factor investing sounds complex, but it's simple. It's a bet that certain types of stocks, like those with strong growth metrics or high-quality dividends, will outperform the general market over the long haul. The reward: high potential for total return by harnessing two powerful market factors: growth and quality value. The two funds are non-correlated, providing some internal balance. The risk: zero global diversification. You are making a 100% bet on the United States economy. This strategy is also 100% stocks with no bonds to cushion a crash, making it extremely volatile. The barbell approach can also lead to lumpy returns, where one fund might be up 20% while the other is flat, testing your discipline to rebalance. the factors themselves can go through long periods of underperformance. For example, value stocks lagged growth stocks for most of the 2010s. This strategy requires the conviction to stick with it, even when one side of your barbell feels like it's weighing you down. Ideal investor. This is for a young, aggressive, United States-centric investor with a very high risk tolerance and an investment horizon of 15 years or more, who is comfortable with significant swings in their portfolio value. So far, we've focused mainly on growing your money. But what if your number one goal isn't growth, but cash in your pocket right now? This final strategy is engineered for one primary purpose: generating the highest possible income stream. This strategy is designed for those who want to live off their investments. It pairs the reliable dividend payer SCHD with an income-focused fund, JEPI, the JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF. JEPI does something unique to generate its massive 8.4% yield. It holds a portfolio of defensive, low-volatility stocks, but its main income engine comes from selling call options on the S&P 500. A call option gives someone the right, but not the obligation, to buy a stock at a set price. By selling these options, JEPI is essentially collecting a cash premium, like collecting rent, in exchange for giving up some of the potential upside. If the market soars past that set price, JEPI misses out on those extra gains, but it keeps the premium it collected. It's a strategy designed to thrive in flat or choppy markets, where it can consistently harvest these premiums. To execute this, JEPI primarily uses something called equity-linked notes, or ELNs. Think of these as custom-built packages from a bank that combine a bond-like component with the options overlay. This adds a layer of complexity and counterparty risk. The risk that the bank issuing the note could have problems. This means you are not only taking on market risk, but also the credit risk of the financial institution that issued the note. While this risk is generally considered low for major banks, it's a structural complexity not present in the other, simpler ETF strategies. Combining this high-octane income from JEPI with the stable, growing quarterly dividends from SCHD creates a powerful and consistent cash flow. The reward: a very high and frequent income stream designed for retirees. JEPI's strategy also tends to have lower volatility than the broader market, which is comforting when you're drawing down your assets. The risks. This strategy has two major drawbacks. First, its growth potential is capped. By selling call options, JEPI will significantly underperform in strong bull markets. Second, it's very tax inefficient. A large chunk of JEPI's income is from options premiums, which are taxed as ordinary income. If you're in the 24% federal tax bracket, you'd keep only 76 cents of every dollar of JEPI's options income, compared to keeping about 85 cents of every dollar from SCHD's qualified dividends. That difference adds up fast. Ideal investor. This is specifically for an investor in or near retirement whose primary goal is maximizing cash flow. It is strongly recommended that this strategy be used only inside a tax-advantaged retirement account, like a Roth or traditional IRA, to avoid the huge tax drag. We've covered 4 powerful 2 ETF strategies, each designed for a specific financial goal. Choosing the right one is a critical step in your journey to building lifelong passive income. If this guide helped clarify your path, hit the subscribe button for more clear financial guides just like this one.